What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the report. Welcome back to a brand new video, man. We are here. We are back with a brand new video for you guys. And as you guys can see, we have a visual type of video. This is a big video, so I do want to make a lot of more visual attempts with this, so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about, because I have a lot to get into. I don't want you guys to just kind of be lost in my train of thought whenever I'm talking. As you guys can see on the screen, the Miami Heat have won 119-107 against the Washington Wizards. Very, very, very good win. Again, you know, this is a team we should be beating, but still a good win nonetheless. Very happy with his performance. And yeah, as you guys can see, you know, we have the box score pulled up right here. Good game from the guys, man. Terry, I gotta give a big shout out to, because he absolutely was crazy tonight. He was really, really good. 27, 4 and 2. He left the game with a little bit of a knee issue, but he came back and he was still hooping. Everybody played pretty well. Excited to see Duncan back. You know, Bam played really well. Him and Terry were really the two best players on the floor for this team. We're here to talk about, though, because there is a very, very, very important eight game stretch or 2-week stretch coming up for the Miami Heat. Now, once we exit this and go back, I do want to look at the standings. This is exactly why I wanted to do this, because you guys can actually see where we are in the standings, and I can kind of walk through with you guys the path for the Miami Heat going forward and how they can finish out this season strong. We're basically here to talk about where can this team realistically finish in the standings. As you guys can see right here, we are currently 41-33. And Indiana is currently half a game ahead of us, 42-33. And Philly is currently 1.5 games behind us at 40-35. Now, basically, as you guys can see right here, we are currently in a dogfight with these two teams for 6, 7, and 8. Orlando is going to be pretty tough to catch. They're already 2 games ahead. I can go to Orlando and kind of just look at their schedule just to see who they have left, but they play Portland tomorrow. That should be an easy win for them. Charlotte should be an easy win for them. And Chicago should be an easy win for them. So that's going to be 3 wins for them already. They could lose the games against the Pelicans, Rockets, Bucks twice, and Sixers, but I still think nonetheless Orlando and New York will be that 5-4 matchup. Let me just go back to the standings for you guys to see. So yeah, I think in essence, I mean, New York is currently the 3 seed, so I think Orlando will be nonetheless the 5 seed, just because I think they already have that 2-game cushion on us. And we have, you know, we're going to go to our schedule too. We have a pretty, not a tough schedule, but we have a decently strong schedule coming up. You know, before our last 2 games of the season, we have some opponents that could give us some run. The Knicks are currently 3.5 games ahead. Them and the Cavs will probably be 3 and 4, depending on what order. I'm actually surprised to see the Knicks at 3. I thought the Cavs would be higher, but I believe the Knicks are the Knicks playing right now? Yeah, they're currently playing OKC, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that, and that's a close game. So yeah, this 3-4 spot is gonna be interesting, because obviously if we're the 6th seed, we're gonna play one of these 2 teams in the first round. So yeah, going back to everything though, my point is we want to get the 6th seed. I firmly believe that getting the 6th seed is of the utmost importance, just because you avoid this play-in tournament thing. You don't have to, you know, get into that at all. I know last year we were able to get through that, but it's just, you don't really want to keep getting into that play-in tournament every year. You just want to save yourself some days of rest and kind of get yourself into a surefire playoff spot. Also play a more favorable opponent. I would rather play one of these 2 teams than play one of these 2 teams in the first round. So I would definitely rather play one of either the Knicks or the Cavs instead of the Bucks or the Celtics in the first round. And also you would basically kind of set yourself up to play this team, the Bucks, in the second round if you were to beat your first round matchup. So I would much rather prefer that than having to, you know, potentially if we were to play Milwaukee in the first round or Boston in the first round, you would be kind of doing it the hard way. I don't really want that to be the case. Not saying we have to avoid matchups, just because I feel like we can beat any team if we really play at our best ability. But you would rather face a weaker team, obviously. and have an easier route to get to the conference finals and the NBA finals. So we want the 6th spot. Now, how do we get the 6th spot? We're gonna first look at our schedule coming up. And like I said, the reason I said we have a pretty decently strong schedule up until the last 2 games is because if you guys can see right here, New York, Philly, Houston, Indiana, Atlanta, Dallas. These 6 games. None of these teams are like, oh my God, like they're extremely good, but we have some very solid teams that we're playing against. New York is no slouch. Philly already beat us. Houston is on a 10 or 11 game winning streak. Indiana is the big one that we're gonna have to look at because they and us and Indiana are very, very close in the standings. Like that could go either way. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this game for sure because. And the reason I have the Pacers schedule pulled up in a different tab is because I believe that it's between us and them for the 6th seed. I don't really think there's a chance that we get up to the 5 or 4 seed. So this is the team we're gonna have to worry about, Indiana. We have to win this game. If we lose this game, you can say goodbye to any possibility of being a 6th seed or higher. Just because if you look at Indiana's schedule, which we'll get to, this game is a must-win. Atlanta is not, an easy game. It's an easier game. It's probably the easiest game of these 6. But we just saw what they did to Boston 2 times in a week. Anything can happen in the NBA. We don't know that. They could definitely come out. DeJounte could come out and give us some run. We don't know. Dallas already beat us, on national TV. I believe this is also on national TV. They already came and beat us once. So, and they've been rolling. They've been playing really well. So, this is a tough game as well. These last 2 games should be 2 wins. And I know the Heat have this thing where they somehow just throw games against teams they're supposed to win. Sometimes they kind of just come out and lay eggs against them. But Toronto literally has to lose these last 2 games because if they don't, then they don't keep their pick. Their pick is, I believe, top 6 protected, their first round draft pick. And if they don't win these 2 or lose these 2 games, then they lose out on their pick. So they will definitely be wanting to lose those games themselves. So you can probably, expect some intentional tanking or resting by the Toronto Raptors in these last 2 games. So these 2 should be automatic wins. These 6, I'm expecting 4-2, or I'm hoping for 4-2 at least. I want 4-2 just because I think these 2 are going to be wins. So I think if we finish out 6-2, that would put us at, if we go back to the standings, that would put us at a record of 47-35. Which I think is good enough to get us to the 6th spot. Now, if you look at the Indiana Pacers schedule, which I have to pull up, they play Brooklyn, who just lost to the Lakers, and who are on a back-to-back against them. These two games for the Pacers should be wins. I don't see them losing these games at all. OKC is a tough game for them. I think they will lose that game. And again, we have this big game against Miami here, which I think we will win. But it's still yet to see, yet to be determined. Then they play Toronto. Toronto, like I said, is needing to lose to keep their draft pick. I think they will win the Toronto game. These last 2 games are absolutely huge. I believe Cleveland and Atlanta will come out and play hard because Atlanta has a chance. Again, I'm going to go back to the standings once. Atlanta has a chance to catch up to Chicago and be the 9th seed in the East. If they finish out their season strong. Now we both play Atlanta, the Heat and the Pacers play Atlanta, and they play Cleveland. And Cleveland, as we saw in the standings, is in a dogfight to get the 3 seed, instead of falling to the 4 seed. So realistically, with the Pacers schedule, I think they will win these 2 games, lose these 2 games, win this game, and win. I think they can win both of these games, but I think they will win one of these 2 games. And I think they will go, what is that? They only have 7 games, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I think they will lose 3 games and win 4 games. I think they'll go 4-3, and we'll go 6-2. So that will put them at what? 40, 46, and 30, 36, which would put them at the 7th seed. So that's the recipe. If we go 6-2, then I believe we can get to the 6th spot. I don't think we can get to the 6th spot if we go. What's going to be really tough if we go 5-3, just because we're going to have to see the games against the Pacers. I'm not really sure the games against Indiana if we won or not. I'm trying to let me just scroll up to see who has a tiebreaker spot there, because the games against because we play Indiana on Sunday in April, on April 7th. And I don't really remember off the top of my head who has won more matchups in the regular season. I know they beat us once. I also know that we beat them once. Yeah, they beat us on December. So we beat. Yeah, this is the Jaime Jaquez game, and this is the game that they came out and beat us without Tyrese Halliburton. And do we play them once more after that, or is it just 3 times? It might have just been 3 times. So if we win that game against the Pacers, in a couple of weeks or a week from now, then we would probably have the tiebreaker. I'm not sure why my computer's acting up. I'm so sorry for the technical issues here, but basically the point is, as we see, my computer is not responding. Oh my god, this is not how this video to go, man. Come on, man. Okay, we're good. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. Sorry, we are back to normal. All right, let me just go back to the standings. So basically, as you guys can see, that's the recipe. Go 6-2, or 5-3 at worst, and get to the 6th seed. I don't think we can get any higher than that, just because Orlando, as we saw, is probably going to win 4 of their last, 8 games as well. So get to the 6th spot, play one of these 2 in the first round. I would rather play Cleveland, just because I think Cleveland is more beatable. We beat them already twice this season. New York has some guys that could potentially come back. OG, Julius Randle. We'll still have to see what happens, but yeah, play against one of these 2 teams, beat them, and then play against the Milwaukee Bucks potentially in the 2nd round. Now, this potential play-in matchup between the Heat and the Sixers is also in play if we don't get the 6th seed. And honestly, it doesn't really matter who gets the 7 or 8 seed if we don't get the 6th seed here, because we're going to be playing this team anyway. The 76ers can't fall to the 9th seed, and we can't fall to the 9th seed either. So this 7-8 spot really, it's just really for home court in this one playing game, basically. But with the healthy Joel Embiid possibly coming back, I don't want to see that happen. So I would much rather have the 6th seed here. So that's basically it. That's basically what the recipe is to come back and finish out the season strong. Coming to some guys that have really impressed me. Let's just go to right here. Haywood Highsmith, over these past few games, his shooting numbers. I know tonight he was only 2 for 6, but the last game, 5 for 6, 3 for 3, 4 for 4 from 3. Very good, man. 3-point shooting. In the month of March, he is shooting 52% from 3, and he's taking almost 2.5 attempts. So yeah, I mean, I'm very happy with his 3-point shooting. I do want to give him some props. One player that I do think has to be better for us, Jimmy Butler. It's just about the shot attempts, to be honest. Tonight he was more aggressive, but last game 2 for 4, game before 3 for 6. I understand we won those games, but just I know he is taking these games off because it's the regular season. We're playing against some inferior competition, blah blah blah. But you do want to see him shoot more shots. You want to see him shoot more shots. Even the New Orleans game, only 12 shots. Like, that's just not okay. He needs to be shooting, like, this number is a good number for him. Almost 20 shots tonight. That's what he should be shooting. But his 3-point numbers have kind of dipped, 33% from 3. And I do want to see him get to the line more, man. He's only averaging 5.5 out of 6.4 attempts from the free throw line. And I think he should get to at least, like, I think 9 attempts is a good number for him from the line. Last but not least, we are getting healthier. I think if we were to go to, let's just go to the Miami Heat on ESPN. Hopefully this takes me to the injury report. Right here, injuries, cool. Caleb Martin is out, right ankle discomfort. He should be back soon. Hero is the only player who is really missing. Obviously, Richardson is out for the season, but Hero apparently could come back soon. I think that was reported by, I think Spo said he might come back. He's getting back into game shape and stuff like that. And he was reportedly practicing in Miami with the team the other day. So this is very encouraging. The fact that Caleb is out just because of a knick-knack injury, and Hero should be back soon. I did make a post on Twitter. I do want to show you guys about this team and the missed games with the big three. So this is the graphic right here. First of all, go show me love on Twitter. Let me know if you guys like this graphic. I'll make more of these. I made another one too. I'll show you guys on this video as well. This is basically games missed by Heat players over the past 5 seasons, including the playoffs. Now, as you guys can see right here, we have the big three: Jimmy, Bam, Tyler. Since the 2019-2020 season, this is this first season. So this is 2019-2020, and this is 2023-2024. As you guys can see, the games missed have been pretty significant for Jimmy and Tyler. Now, Bam, apart from this season, which was the 2020, I think this was the 21-22 season where we went to the Eastern Conference Finals and Jimmy missed that 3. This was that season when Bam, I think broke his hand, or it was a hand injury or wrist injury, something like that. That was that injury. But apart from that, Bam has been pretty durable. He's been under 20 games missed since that time. Jimmy and Tyler, especially these last 2 years for Tyler, have been pretty horrific. Tyler has missed over 35 games for 2 years, for 2 seasons plus. And the first 2 seasons he missed 25, close to 30 games. Jimmy has missed 30 games in 1 season. So this just shows you, man, how alarming this injury bug thing is for this team, especially for the big three. Like, if they don't play, it's very hard for us to win games. But yeah, this is just a thing that I made. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And the last thing I want to show you guys, let me just scroll down real quick, is this, which is growth of Heat players shot chart disparity between rookie season and current season. We have Bam Adebayo from his rookie year to his current season, and you guys can see the growth in his game, man. This is a very, very, very polished, mature game for Bam Adebayo as compared to his rookie year where he was kind of timid. Jimmy, it's night and day with Jimmy, man. Literally, this is a shot chart from his rookie year in Chicago, and look at his shot chart now. One of the best players in the league. Tyler, shot chart is very similar, actually. He kind of shoots from all over the place, but I think he might be a little bit more efficient in some areas. You kind of have to dissect. He was more efficient from the top of the key in his rookie year. Now he's more efficient from these wing positions, right here and right here. And his shot diet is very similar, though, very, very similar. And then Duncan Robinson, literally only took 3s in his rookie year. Probably could have done the year that he broke out, which was the 2019-2020 year. But I decided to use his rookie season just to show the absolute improvement from his game. And right now, this is his shot chart. You see the couple of mid-range attempts he's taking, getting to the rim a little bit, finishing at the rim, and obviously one of the best three-point shooters of all time. So just a cool graphic for you guys to see. But that's just besides the point. We're here to talk about the Heat and their playoff push. And yeah, listen, man, lots to cover over these past couple of weeks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the new format. You guys enjoyed the graphics, the analysis, everything. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys thought about everything and your predictions as to where the Heat will finish, where you guys want the Heat to finish, what seed you think will be, how many games will win over the past 8 games. And yeah, man, I'll see you later as always. Have a nice day. Peace.